to the next Urban Legends video. Okay, these are from people that call themselves 5,280 staffers. Share their scariest Colorado urban legends. Yes, I'm doing urban legends in Colorado. So, from Riverdale Road to the Yellow Honk House, we detail our favorite tales of spooky locations in the Centennial State and elsewhere, as well as personal ghost stories. Every town has a tale, scary folklore that's passed down to underclassmen at schools or shared between siblings before bedtime. For us, says 5280 digital assistant editor Maddie Skyhill. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, but sorry. Reminiscing on growing up in Aurora, Third Bridge was a frequent thing we drove to because F it. I'm trying to watch my language, by the way. What else are we going to do? High schoolers would tell all kinds of tall tales about why the hard to find Elbert County bridge became haunted. Murder suicides, murder suicides. It was always different, she says. It's also rumored that Native American drums could be heard in the distance, as well as the screams of dead teens from a fatal car accident. How tragic. In the spirit of the season, asked we asked 5280 staffers to share more of their favorite tales about scary Colorado spots, along with a few stories from other states. From phantom footsteps to ghostly joggers, each one conjures the tale of type of thrill high schoolers without a fake ID might seek out on a random Friday night. And as we learned, sometimes the supposed haunted house on the block is the one you live in. Hauntings on Riverdale Road. Somewhere down Riverdale Road in Thornton, Colorado, this guy burnt down his house with his family in it and then killed himself. People debated whether there was a fire, and that's like, no, yeah, there was a fire in 1975. So when I was a senior in high school, this was like 2016, I drove down the road in a truck with friends after a football game. We piped in a spooky plate, popped in a. They misspelled popped, by the way. That's why I was mispronouncing it, because they misspelled it. But we popped in a spooky playlist and ran down a checklist of things we were supposed to experience on Riverdale Road. 1. As you drive, you're supposed to hear tapping on your car window. That is the haunted jogger of Riverdale Road. Editor's note. It is unclear how said jogger became haunted. It is not unknown. Okay, it was a hit and run. Guy was jogging, got hit and ran. The one that hit him ran like a little coward that he was. The jogger ended up dying, so now it's haunted. 2, there's a phantom lady in white, which is creepy anywhere. And 3, if you see 7 deer on your drive, you'll die. I did not know that one. So I've been researching some of these. Audible pause. Okay. Listen, it's a weird checklist my friends found, and I was scared. That was Angelina Dinsmore. She's a research intern. Okay, well, let me become a research intern. I'll guarantee you I can give you a lot of good stories. I was raised in farmland, so yeah. Honk or die. Every time we drove over Monarch Pass, we always honk and wave at the yellow house. Otherwise, we'll fly off the edge of the cliff, because I swear the one time I didn't wave or honk, I spun out of control in my Chevy Chevrolet. Editor's note, the 121-year-old 121-year-old property in Chef County was home to a man who sat near a window and waved at passing drivers. It's widely believed that not honking would give drivers bad luck, hence the average of 100 honks per day. Okay, these are not very spooky. Kind of disappointed so far. It was an evening in 2006, and my then girlfriend, now wife, was in the car with me. All the roads were completely dry and the whole way home. But when we came, stupid pop-ups, around a tight corner past this ski area, I lost control. She was just screaming as we spun around, heading toward the cliff. So I accelerated onto the other side of the road into a snowbank. We were a foot away from hitting two other cars. It was terrifying, and 5 miles back was the yellow house. I forgot to honk. Sean Pearson, which is deputy art director. That was his story. Some of these, I know none of those. The jogger I knew about because I just read up on him. I didn't know about the yellow house. This one I don't know about either. Ghost of the Child Beauty Queen. I have this irrational fear of John Benet Ramsey, the child ghost murderer story, and the house and how her parents fell apart afterwards. Not to mention the gritty angelic video, or griny angelic videos of her dressed up in pageants. Like, it's all terrifying to me, and then every few years when a new documentary comes out, I can't sleep. I get so uncomfortable. There was this period of a year or two in college where my friends and I would get drunk and sneak into the alley of the house in Boulder. I'd be in the back of the car crying, and my friends would prod me, saying, "Come on with us." So my options were to either stay in the car alone or go with them. Okay. We also used a ghost detector phone app that started making all these sounds when we approached the house. I'm not sure because there was a lot of vodka involved. Devil's Joys. I was so freaked I couldn't sleep for 2 nights because I just think she's going to be behind me. It's still unsolved. It's a ridiculous situation that is creepy as hell. Why can't they find who killed her? I just don't understand. Patricia Koa. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name because I'll butcher it. And I don't want to butcher your last name because it's something I've never even heard of. And she's a food editor. Don't ask. I don't know why you need a food editor, but okay. I'm not going to judge. The power of the Holy Ghost. Okay. This is questionable for me. My family and I moved into our house in Parker 8 years ago. Almost immediately, weird stuff started happening. Our television popped on at night, and this time they actually put popped instead of pipped. Popped on at night. Lights flashed on walls. Translucent orbs floated upstairs. One time, my wife and I woke up. Oh, stupid. To firefighters banging on our door. Our home security system had sent in a silent alert. Okay, that would be completely weird. But to be fair, the alarm systems sometimes do have faulty wiring and crap like that and do send false alarms. That's why they generally call you first. And if you don't respond to their phone call, or if you respond and you give a keyword to let them know that you are in danger and you can't speak openly, they will send the police. Or if it's a fire alarm, a silent fire alarm, which I'm assuming it was because they had fire department there, they'll send the firemen there. You know, there's a list of things they'll do, but yeah, back to the story here. Sorry. Uh, at some point, I asked my kids if they'd seen anything strange. My then 10-year-old son mentioned a glowing orb, a whitish blue ball, about 3 feet off the ground. I think our house is haunted, my daughter said. I searched Google. Okay, here's what I don't appreciate about 99% of parents. Your kid, it doesn't matter what age they are, they could be 4, 5, 10, 13, 20. They come into your house and they tell you they see something like this. Don't just blow them off because that's when you're going to regret it. Okay? Um, I researched Google, which this person did a very smart thing. They researched it. They didn't just blow off their kids. I searched Google and discovered some people pray when they see something supernatural. Was the spirit trapped between two worlds? Yes, I know. Just saying that sentence makes me sound like a weirdo. Not to me, don't. Trust me. But get this. Every time I saw an orb, every time a light flashed on a wall, I prayed. I prayed that whatever this was would find its way. Within a month, everything stopped. 4 years after my last haunting, I never felt like my family was in danger. If anything, it seemed like this thing, whatever it was a jokester. So I've told my kids that when I die, I'll rather trains in their attics. After my ordeal, I might set off the security system too. That was from a Robert Sanchez. He's a senior staff writer at this place. I'm going to have to get a hold of them to see if I can't join them. I want to join a ghost hunting team. Trust me, one of these days I will. Okay. I am still recording. Good. This one is Blood in the Attic. Okay, in Knoxville. This one's in Tennessee. I was only planning on doing Colorado ones, but this website's interesting. Okay, and so this is Knoxville, Tennessee, an old suburb in a house built in like the 1930s. My mom bought the place in 1992, and a few years later, when I was in the 5th grade, I was getting dropped off at home after a play date, and the mom said, "Oh, the mom of the other kid after the play date." Okay, oh, you live in the M house, and I was like, "Live in that house?" The M house. I'm guessing it's called the murder house. And I was like, "I live in that house," pointing. And she's like, "Yeah, that's the M house." She didn't tell me what the F that meant. Editor's name. Editor's note. Sorry, editor's note. Her name has been redacted to protect the identity of the family that built the house and still resides in Knoxville. Oh, so it's the name of the family. Okay. I thought it meant murder. You can tell where my mind's at. Always. Only later did I learn the story. The daughter of the original owners died on the way to the prom, and the parents lost their minds. So the mom locked their father in the attic. That's why there was a fire escape down the side of the house and a bathroom without walls in the center of the attic. You didn't tell us that. The urban legend was that he haunted the place after he died. The coup de grace, now returning fancy apparently, was that at my 5th grade birthday party, I took 6 friends up there to prove there's a toilet in the attic. So we grabbed our flashlights and waddled. She literally said waddled. Okay, and I'm assuming it's a she. But it's funny. Through boxes and clutter, finally we got to the sink. We got to the sink, looked down, and see what looked like dry blood splattered on it, as though someone had thrown up blood. We all screamed. Now that I'm an adult, I'm pretty sure the dry blood was just rust stains from a leaky faucet. On her toilet seat? Toilet seats don't get water stains like that. I don't think. I've never seen a rusted toilet seat anyway. Uh, but at the time, you wouldn't have been able to convince me otherwise. That was from a Nicholas Hunt, senior associate editor. And Nicholas or Nikolai. I thought it was a female. Whoops. Grandpa's ghost. The closet I got to seeing, the closest I got to seeing a ghost was living on Long Island, New York. Ooh, Long Island. That's the home of the original, the actual Amityville house. By the way, in case no one knew that, when my grandfather, my grandfather passed away in the following months, several members of my family, excuse me, experienced something freaky. My dad, this big guy about 6'3", got pushed out of bed. He turned to yell, "Quit it," at my mom, but no one was there. And then my uncle, who, while he's in bed, feels this tickling sensation run from his feet up to his chest. And then one night before going to bed, I left my door open for some reason. On the stairway is a metal rail that my grandfather used because he had Parkinson's disease. So he had a certain rhythm when going up the stairs. That night I could hear his hand rattling against the railing, and slow footsteps going up, one after another on the creaky wooden stairs. It's a very distinct noise, and I was just like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. God, I haven't heard that one in like ages, since I was a little girl. And no, I'm not that old, so don't roast me in the comments. What's happening? That's when I heard the footsteps move along from the end of my bed to the side of me. So I got up and I scooted. I was like, bye. I would have too. Actually, I would have tried to get a glimpse. I'm crazy enough like that. That was from my Gaia, and she's a research intern. I am not going to try to use some of these last names because they are like way hard for me to pronounce. And that, I believe, was the last one on this one. They are from the Denver's Mile High magazine. Wow. Interesting. They had some interesting stories on there. So, a couple were from Tennessee. One was from Tennessee. One was from another state. Okay, so, sorry, I'm readjusting, and I'm going to get a drink really quick before I continue this. I think that will be the end of the Urban Legends for tonight. For this video, I mean. I might do another video here in a little bit. I don't know yet, because I don't know if my poor voice can take it. And yes, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. It's cream soda. It's actually pretty good. I didn't think it would be, but it actually is. And no, this is not a promotion for cream soda. I just like Dr. Pepper, and they made a cream soda Dr. Pepper, and, well, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But, so my opinion on these, they were pretty interesting. I would love to get in contact with them, interview some of them. You know, they said it was from here in Denver, from here in Colorado. So if I can get a hold of them and possibly do an on-camera interview with them, eventually, I would love that. And just to throw this out there, anybody who watches my videos, if you see anything weird going on behind me, or because right now I am the only one that stays here besides my puppy dog, Remington, which is somewhere, I'm not quite sure where he disappeared to. I am currently in a hotel room, so the possibility is always there, I guess. But stupid pop-ups. But if you guys see anything weird going on in my videos, let me know. Point it out to me. If I don't make a comment on it, point this stuff out to me because it's fascinating. And I will do a supernatural, paranormal investigation here in this room before I have to leave it. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what city or state you want me to do another urban legend video on. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. But subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. This is not a promo. This is not, hey, you gotta do this. But it does help get my channel noticed a lot more if more people are subscribed, and if you hit the little notification bell down by the subscribe button, it lets you know when I upload another video, so you can always check it out. So let me know if you want me to make a longer video. If so, I'd be more than happy to, as long as my camera will allow me to. So yeah, leave a comment in the section below, the comment section below, letting me know what state you're from, if you're not from Colorado, or what country you're from if you're not even from the US. And let me know if you guys actually like the urban legend videos, or you think I should go a different route. Because like I said in my first video, I have to do this on my phone, and it's kind of, limited space and all that for right now. But let me know, and I will read your comments. I will respond to you as soon as possible. Right now I've only got one subscriber, and he's a very dear friend of mine, and he no longer lives in Colorado, but he used to, so he will get a thrill out of this one. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, to the one that did. You know who you are, and you really are a wonderful friend to me. And I wish you will. And thank you for the other 7 people that have watched my first video. Spread the word, share the video, and I will see you next time.